Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Muttlay Krew Studios. Here we are in the refreshed, renewed Game Room Boulevard. I'm with Carl and Cody, and we're here ready to rock and roll. And maybe I'm a bit closer to the microphone. Sorry, guys.
He's just excited. He's just excited.
I don't know who it is, but he's loud.
Team lists are out, ready to go.
My name's Jake, and we're here for round 2. And we've got 8 games of this beautiful game of Rugby League in Australia, baby. Wait. Yes, they're all in Australia. We're not going to New Zealand.
You had to check that?
Couldn't recall. I just wanted to make sure it was right and on the bang on.
If anyone out there notices any different sort of octaves about Jake's voice, he's watched a musical today, so he might try and throw in a little bit of improv, and it won't go well.
Just went saw Beauty and the Beast at QPAC. Recommend it if you like a bit of musical, a bit of lovey-dovey, a little bit of cuteness, a little bit of dancing, a little bit of
Big fella
costumes.
Past the mirror, seen the Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Not naked, he didn't.
That's the beauty.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how an episode would go about talking about musicals, so let's get to Rugby League.
If your eardrums are still there, then listen in.
Thursday night, baby. We're going to Suncorp. Oh, no. We're back at Suncorp for the Brisbane Broncos home game against the Rabbitohs. 2 losers here from Vegas, ready to go again after 2 weeks. Cody, how you feeling about the mighty Bronx? Are they going to get back on the winners list this week?
Yeah, look, I hope so. I felt like we were definitely the better team out of the 2 losers from Vegas. We definitely had a lot better. The Rabbitohs sort of fell off at the end, and the Broncos normally get stronger at the end. So if it goes the same way, I feel like the Broncos will come home. I don't feel like the Broncos are going to play that badly again. I feel like they would have learnt their lessons, especially having so much time off. They'll be raring to go. I do feel like, I don't know if I like Jensen starting and Tapa'u off the bench. I feel like they've got to get a little bit more youth. I felt like we didn't have enough size in the pack up against the Roosters, and I feel like that they need to unleash that Willison. He definitely will, probably over the origin period, he'll get his crack. But I feel like just that little bit of size off the bench when Payne Huss comes off, I reckon get him on there, get him ripping tearing, because I don't feel, not that they had a bad game, but Jensen and Tapa'u don't really have that point of difference. They just sort of go out there, do their job, which, I mean, they do it well. But just that little bit of X factor from Willison, just that big body, bit of footwork.
Maybe there's a bit more going on at training or something, because I feel like Williamson's better than a lot of these other older fellas. But
Who, sorry?
Williamson, big X. Let's just call him X, mate. Xavier,
Willison.
man. I don't know. I feel like he tried well. I feel like he would be in this team. So maybe there's a bit of attitude problems, or maybe it's a bit of training. I'm not sure. Kevin knows. He's a coach.
Trying to start rumours.
No, just
Good bloke, I heard.
why is he not in there?
Xavier, I know you're listening, mate. You want to just give us a shout? Just tell us what's going on, mate. Why are you not starting? Because I've got you in my Supercoach team. You should be there.
I've got a lot of people in my Supercoach team that aren't starting as much as I'd like them to.
Or playing as much.
Yeah.
Just a quick little stat. Over the last 3 games between these two at Suncorp, the Broncos are averaging, what's that? That's 8.5 points.
Is that it?
No, less than that. 6.
Whoa.
So the last 3 games at Suncorp, Broncos lost 32-6. They beat them 11-4, and then they also lost 46-0.
And the last 3 times they versed the Rabbitohs, Katoni Staggs has scored 6 tries, so he's obviously the only one scoring any points for him.
Yeah, that was probably the last 3 games overall, but I'm just meaning
No,
the
that's
last,
what I mean.
yeah.
I'm talking overall.
So
2 tries, 3 tries, 1 try.
I think the Broncos will get it done, but that's a tough one to. The Rabbitohs, I don't know. There's something about Suncorp they like. So
Just get him into the crunch time,
Ooh.
get it down to the nitty gritty, and Latrell will make some mistakes. Cody Walker will lose his bundle. We just got to get into him, rile him up a little bit.
Teams are pretty much the same. The Rabbitohs have lost Jai Arrow out of injury, maybe for a while, but they bring in Tallis Duncan, who looks like a ripper and a tearer.
Loves it.
Loves it, so I think he's a good
rate
player.
I rate him.
I think they're still going to miss Jai Arrow's defense and just his experience, but
Tallis
Duncan looks good, man. So, yeah.
He's definitely the next wave. He's just waiting for that opportunity to get a full-time spot. If Dry Arrow does get ruled out for the season, which is likely, he's just got to see a few different specialists to see if he definitely needs the surgery and doesn't just need some rehab, that Tallis Duncan could probably lock down that back row spot for the year.
Yep, I like that. And I do like the look of Tallis Duncan, to be honest. Jake, have you given us your tip?
Oh, well, I was going to go the Broncos because they're at home. I just can't see them
Oh,
losing
here
two
we go.
games.
2023 Jakey.
But-
Oh, he's giving them a kiss of
Yeah.
death again.
Like
here.
Kyle Stat
Get on the
is getting me
Rabbitohs.
nervous, but no, I'm going the Broncos. I'm sick and solid. And maybe if it is a kiss of death, it means the Broncos are losing.
Maybe it's just something about the Broncos because he didn't tip them
Oh, yeah.
almost all of last year and they just kept winning. Because when he started tipping them, that's when they lost a couple of games. So, I don't know. I'm fine with that because, again, just like the Knights, I'm happy to lose a tip to watch the Broncos lose. But I am also taking the Broncos, although I'm ignoring that stat.
Three-way.
I think the home crowd, the fans, they're not going to lose 2 in a row.
The Broncos are going to win, so Corey Oates will stop complaining.
Ezra Mann's going to come out of a good game. Cobbo's going to stand up. Stagsies, it's happening.
I need Mam and Stagsy to have a big one for me. They were a bit poor last week.
And Cobbo at centre. Hopefully he finds
Yeah.
his feet.
Okay, let's get to the Friday night games, baby. And we actually have 2 teams playing again this Friday. So they're going hard for the Muttlay Krew Friday night MVP. And that starts off with the Sharkies versus the Dogs. They're playing at Shark Park. And I think
PointsBet Stadium, baby.
the Sharks are very low odds here for a good reason.
Yeah, after the way they played last week,
And the Dogs
I'll be taking them over the Doggies.
Yeah. Dogs are shit.
Yeah.
Already. Not good signs for you doggy fans, I'm sorry.
Max.
See, I feel like the Doggies, there was a bit of effort there from them. They just couldn't click, which has basically been the Dogs for the last 2 seasons. And the Sharks did look very good, except for that first 20 minutes against the Warriors, where they looked like they could have been opened up by an under-12s team.
I did see someone say if it was the Dogs of last year, they would have had 50 put on them. They would have just gone to water, but they held in there. It wasn't until old mate threw that dodgy pass that led to the try that stopped the momentum.
What was his name?
Yeah. I don't know, some sort of fish.
My name's Jammin. Yeah, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
I reckon the Sharkies will get it done, but I don't think they're going to blow them out. If I had to make a sneaky prediction, I reckon 1-12.
Again, only a little change in this game, and that's Josh Adokar out injured, so that sucks the Doggies. But they bring in Connor Tracy, who I rate. He's a good player.
Ah, yes, get another utility.
Yeah, I don't know what position he is again, but I think he helps because he rips
Feel
in,
sorry for Jerry
has
Bronson.
some effort.
He must have a bit of an attitude problem, maybe.
He's just not.
'Cause I thought
I've
he
only
was-
seen
I
him
thought he
play
was-
centre ever, so it'd be hard to put him in. But you could put
Yeah.
Kraz on the wing, yeah.
Well, Carraz played wing all of last year,
Yeah.
basically.
But-
I like the addition of Connor Tracy at
Yeah, he's
wing.
a great
He's
player. I think he's
fucking quick. I'm actually quite surprised they didn't play him at fullback over Taff, but anyway.
So yeah, all tipping Sharks here, I think, boys. No upsets.
Yeah,
And
well,
let's get to
that's
it.
what we thought at the start of fucking last week too.
Friday night, baby. Penrith versus Eels. The Battle of the West out at Penrith Stadium. Panthers home after winning their 3rd premiership in a row. They're going to be hot and ready to go. And I'm tipping the Penrith to get over the Eels here. I'm doing it.
Excuse me. You know Penrith haven't beaten the Eels in the regular season in the last 2 years.
do you know they've won 3 premierships?
Yeah, you know that?
Nah, Eels win this one. I'll be taking the Eels. They have not lost to Penrith in the last 3 years in the regular season. I shall be taking the Eels, the bogey team, for the Penrith Panthers. Just something about it. Must be just something about their gameplay, throwing them off.
Brad Arthur's got their number. Knows how to play them.
Bryce Cartwright having himself a game.
And you want to show up against his old club, former
Bloody
club.
oath. They'll be ripping and tearing.
I'm with you here, Codes. I think Panthers aren't going to be kept scoreless again. And I feel like this could be a fucking massive scoring game. But I reckon the Eels will get the job done. I did, in my ladder prediction at the start of the year, I did actually have Penrith and Brisbane losing both first 2 rounds. And then they still finished top 2. I'm taking the Eels. I just, I'm not confident, but because I feel like history might end. But the way Panthers attacked last week and the way the Eels actually defended, I'm liking it. And the Eels looked pretty hot in offense too.
I just think that was the worst game we've seen Penrith play in maybe 3 years. And I just can't see them backing it up with another.
I don't know. They played pretty shit round 1 last year too.
Not that bad.
They played
though.
pretty shit against the Eels for all regular season games for the last couple of years, like
And
I
they-
keep saying.
And they bring in Sorensen and Kenny to their team, which is only going to help them play offense, defense.
What do you mean? Luke Garner's great.
He's not Sorensen. And he's not hot. And yeah, I'm tipping Penrith to get a bounce back.
Yeah, well, I love that he tipped Penrith because with the way he's tipping this year already in week 1, you and I are pretty much off to a great start here, Coates.
Oh, he's got no chance.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby. Okay, then we get to Saturday. Nice, lovely, super Saturday, nice and warm. And we have a brand new team playing this round for 2024, and that is the mighty West Tigers. Will they be a new team this year? Will they be different? But they are versing the Canberra Raiders in fucking Canberra, where it's going to be cold already.
Fuck them.
Fuck who?
It's just a sign that Canberra have got up in their locker room,
Oh, yes.
right where the cameras can see them. So I'll be taking the Raiders. I don't think the Tigers. Don't know. They're going to have that. They've got a debutant in the centres, debutant in the halves. Might take them a bit of time to gel. They've got a couple of Bateman's pushing into the lock. He was on an edge last year, so I reckon it'll change up a little bit. He was back and forth.
He's still on the edge.
Nah,
Safe fast going to the lock.
You sure?
Yep.
I thought they moved him
Unless
last
they switched
minute.
No. It still says here, safe fast lock, Bateman on the edge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me. Only because I still don't rate the Raiders. Like, they only versed the Knights last week, so you can't really go off what they did.
Yeah, no. Bottom feeders.
Yeah, like, you've beat 16th. Well done.
And the Tigers are sitting right where they want to be, 9th.
Yep, someone's playing that very well. Man, I want to take the Tigers, but I find it weird Caesar's on the bench. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
a
like he
strange
needs
play.
to be in the halves or not in the team.
Yeah, he's not much of a utility add impact off the bench type of
You're not
player.
going to chuck him in the middle unless they're going to play him as a hooker. But
Maybe he aspires to be the Drew Hutchinson of the Tigers.
yeah, he wishes. Shit, I've got no idea. I'm going to take Raiders only because they're the home team.
Let's go, baby.
I'm going Tigers, baby. They're back. This is their first game of the year. They're going to come out hot firing.
Fuck yeah, we
They're
got another
back.
tip. We got another tip.
I'm going
Oh,
the Tigers,
sweet.
baby. I'm thinking they're going to be good. New coach for the new year, Benji Marshall. He's coming hot. He's picked his guy, Lockie Galvin, who he's been talking about all off-season, out of nowhere. Never fucking heard of him, but supposedly he's been training the house and he tried really
What
good.
do you mean you never heard of him? You
Never
just
heard of
said he was talking about him all off season.
I haven't never heard of him until this year. That's what I'm saying. Fuck me.
Well done.
And you're right. The Raiders they got lucky
Cutting
last
edge
week.
analysis, Randy.
They got lucky last week and versus a team who were still in trial mode, and I don't rate them, so I'm going Tigers.
Yeah, but didn't the Knights beat the
Anyway.
Storm in trial mode?
Now let's
no,
go
they
up to
just lost
sunny Townsville, a lovely stadium, a lovely field, a lovely town of Queensland.
Cowboys.
We got the top of the ladder Cowboys
It's easy.
versus the undermanned, understrength, the underdogs Newcastle Knights.
Oh, fuck me dead. He's gone from the premiership favourites, can't be beaten, absolute fucking throbbers last week to, underrated, fucking Jesus Christ.
Undermanned. You're only missing Dylan Lucas, mate.
Oh,
from
it's
that
'cause they don't
first
have
week.
Kurt,
Dylan
man.
Lucas,
don't have Kurt,
Twala,
man.
Brayley. Oh, mate, we're missing a ton
You didn't have
of players.
Brayley last week.
I didn't talk about last week. I just said we're undermanned, mate, and we are.
Oh, fucking
Missing
playing.
3 of our starters right
Man,
there.
playing the sob story.
Jesus
all
Missing
day.
Dominic
Dylan
Young,
Lucas
like,
has
you know,
started
we're just
one game.
missing a few players here.
Missing your fullback, missing halves. Yeah, nothing. See?
Yeah.
Quiet all of a sudden.
The Cowboys, they're only top of the ladder because they versed the Titans, who are going to be. No, they versed the
they've
Dolphins.
versed the Dolphins.
Dolphins were just having a little nap. They were just sleeping.
Fuck, we're experts here.
I'm
Right,
tipping,
them cowgirls.
I'm tipping Newcastle, babe. We're bouncing back.
Bullshit,
We're not
really?
No, we're tipping the Knights. I'm tipping the Knights for the first 10 rounds before I maybe change.
Oh.
Lock that in now.
Do you want me I've just got a little stat on this game too.
$2.87, second round,
Fuck,
after being
gross, eh?
absolute throbbers last
Oh,
week. Jesus.
That
Even
has
the
to be
punters have written you off.
That has to be one of the biggest drops. So just a little stat here for you, Jake, because I know how the Knights love a stat.
If it's winning at Townsville, that doesn't. Nah.
Yeah, the Knights haven't defeated North Queensland in Townsville since 2015.
Yep. I went and saw a game
Thank
up
bitch.
at.
Luckily, it's not on a Thursday night, this game, because it could be a fucking 30-plus game.
Me and Jade went up to Townsville. We were in Townsville and we were lucky enough to be there when Newcastle were there. And we went to that game and we got fucking pumped.
Oh, did you actually make it to a game?
Hill and Lukey
The
was.
Knights game, didn't
Hill
you?
and Lukey was
Wasn't
the
in
debut.
Newcastle, mate.
Yeah.
Hill and Lukey was a debut and scored an awesome try, and it was pretty devastating. But it's a fucking awesome field. If you're ever up to Townsville, make a game. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so based on last week's performances and based on that stat, I think it's a pretty easy decision. I'm going Cowboys.
Zach Labert for 17 tries.
Oh, here we go.
He's going to carve up your left-hand defense.
Knights to be on the bottom of the ladder at the end of this round.
Oh, staying there.
Ouch. I can't even blow that much because it could happen. The Cowboys look so good.
Will happen.
But I'm tipping Newcastle. Come on, boys, don't let me down. I won't be probably watching this game live, so I feel like they might be all right. It might be all right. And I'm not like I'm nervous. That's how I should be. Anyway, let's get to our Saturday night game. We're going down to cool Melbourne.
How's about Storm? Back to back homies to start the year.
Fucking new Broncos.
Loving it.
Melbourne Storm versus the New Zealand Wars.
It's not the New Zealand Wars. You need to stop doing that.
What is it?
It's New Zealand Warriors or the Wars.
I thought it wasn't New Zealand Wild Warriors. I thought we figured that out.
No.
It's definitely not that. That's what you're blowing up about last
You
year.
don't say New Zealand Wars.
Nah.
It's just up the Wars. It's the Wars. The Wars.
Anyway, we got
Up
the
the
Wars.
Wars.
Teams, no change for both teams. Pretty much the same as last week.
Last year.
Who we got, boys? This is a tough one, I think.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% on who I want to take.
Well, I've got another stat.
Well, here we go.
Stats just in. The Warriors haven't defeated Melbourne at Amy Park since 2014.
Since 2014, they're even worse than the Knights.
They have had a lot of these games, I reckon, would have been Anzac clashes. They always verse Melbourne down there, which I think just...
One of those ones, like
that
Storm put in
hurts.
such a big effort last week. Unchanged, though. Warriors were poor, so they should bounce back. Is Wade Egan 100% healthy?
They need Wade Egan.
Who was the other one that was under the cloud?
Capewell.
Capewell. Is he 100%? I just don't know. I feel like I've got to lean towards the Storm, just being their home ground and the fortress that they like to uphold. The Warriors, though, like they're still that team that could surprise you and put fucking 20 on them.
This is gonna be a fucking rip snorter of a game, I reckon. It's going to be a good come up after the previous game.
I just feel like the Warriors definitely have a bounce back in them.
But
the Storm,
you taking the Storm?
The defense is what worries me. The Warriors, I feel, can definitely score more points than the Storm at the moment without
Munster.
Big Nelson and Munster. But the Storm's defense,
Yeah, but can they repeat
outweighs. That's what I mean. The Warriors have more points than them, but the Storm are going to let less in. It's one of.
And
I'm
I
a
feel
walking
like this is sort of a come down game for the Storm because like they would have got up for that game against Penrith, knowing that their record for round ones was on the line.
What's their record for round twos?
Ooh,
For the
where's that
last
stat, man? That would be
23
fucking
years.
juicy.
Yeah, well, Jake can talk about his pick, and I'll see what I can find.
Well, I'm just manifesting, visualizing, and I'm seeing the round of the bounce back. And I'm tipping the Warriors. I'm tipping so many outsiders this week.
Go on the Storm.
I'm either going to be on top of the tipping comp, or I'm going to be right down the bottom after this round. And I'm okay with that because it's early game. It's the Rugby League, the salary cap area. It's about being...
What's he bought the salary cap in?
Like, it's about...
This is not a fucking Roosters game.
It's just... No, I'm just saying the NRL's about
Hey, whoa!
teams
We've got $3 million available next year, mate.
All the pre-talk was there's
Monopoly
14
money.
teams who could win the comp this year, and I'm just going with that. I'm like, there's going to be wins and outs, loss and wins less, unless you're Bulldogs. Unless you're the
What
Bulldogs,
is he
you're
Any
losing.
of you
talking
out there
about?
can interpret what he's just said. Get back to us so we can put some subtitles.
I'm tipping the Warriors, Kyle. Lock it in.
And I
Well,
will
wait.
be, to keep the streak alive of not tipping anything the same as Jake past the Broncos, I'm going to go the Storm. He picked it for me. He helped me out.
No, we all went
Broncos.
Sharks.
Oh,
After
did we
the
all go
first
Sharks
two
as well,
games,
did we?
yeah.
Yeah,
First two
first
we've
two.
gone
Commitment
different to
from
him every single game since the Sharks.
Storm.
But I think you and I basically
Yeah, we're the same.
Yeah, we've
All the way
gone
through.
Yeah, so far.
A little
We have to change things up here.
Yeah, we'll take the Warriors and your skirt.
No.
I will not take a Jake team.
I couldn't find that stat, by the way, boys. So
All good.
not on a quick search anyway. I'll have to get back to you on that.
So you go on the Storm as well, Kyle?
I am going the Storm, yes.
Okay. Cody, Kyle, Cody, same fucking bloke sometimes. Anyway, let's get to Sunday, baby. We have our first matchup of two winning teams from the first round, and I can't fucking wait. This team, I think this is the game of the round, and maybe the hardest one to pick.
Manly.
We got the Manly Seagulls versus the Sydney Roosters at Four Pines Stadium in Manly. Brookie, as we all know it as. Two big outs for both teams. Jason Saab out for Manly on the wing. Tommy Talau comes in, and then Spencer Linu has been suspended and is out for the Roosters. But Jared Hargraves comes in.
Wow.
Dominic Young comes in for the Roosters. They're just punching salary cap.
Still no Billy Smith.
No, see, that's what I was worried about after Sawali had such a good game at centre. Was that injury to Billy Smith has probably cost him his spot.
But is he not still injured?
I think he's still injured. He's not in the reserves. He's not in
But
the
he's not-
New South Wales
He's
team.
not anywhere.
He's not anywhere.
He's not anywhere.
Another ACL.
He's not coming back into this team unless.
But not
there's an
anywhere.
injury.
He just said not New South Wales Cup, nothing. He's nowhere. He's just deleted him. Google Billy Smith, you can't. There's nothing.
No Wikipedia page. Just been gone.
He just comes back, no result. 404 error.
Anyway, Manly versus Roosters, boys. How are you looking at this game? Kyle, how are you feeling? You feeling confident? You feeling nervous? Is it Rooster Char?
Oh,
Roosters.
that's good from you. No, I'm pretty confident. I reckon the boys will get the job done here. The last couple of games,
1 to 10?
yeah, it'll be a close game.
No. On a scale of 1 to 10,
Oh.
how confident are you?
I'm at after the game against the Broncos. I'm probably at about a 7.
7.
Yeah,
7 on the
because
confidence
Manly
levels.
didn't look super convincing against South. They defensively they were weak. They were weak. So
Brooksy another
and
week
our
with
defense,
the boys.
our defense against the Broncos looked fucking red hot.
Oh, look at Watu.
That's going to be the problem. But
Benny Turbo.
I'm loving it. Roosters for the dub here, boys. 1 to 12.
Can of cola.
Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
I love it. We start talking about the Roosters, and he just fucks off into another
Oh,
universe,
doesn't he? Cherry Wevens.
Luke, I got a barbecue Brooks.
That was good.
Jesus.
Tommy, I'm going to punch you because you hit me high. Tommy Turbo Travoy.
Shut up. Who are you tipping?
Yeah.
No, it's a tough one.
I'll be on Manly, my friend.
Yeah, home game.
I've got to go against you.
I'm going Manly too.
Just a sneaky tip here, boys. Roosters have won 4 of the last 5.
Good on 'em.
Manly.
Going Manly. They look
Good
so
on
much
'em.
better in attack than the Roosters. That second half.
We also
they-
versed a better defensive team
Fucking-
too.
Yeah, that's true.
Going Manly. Lock it in.
I honestly think if the Roosters versus Manly and Vegas,
Hey, mate,
we
that's
put
why
on
you
40.
tip the Roosters. I'm tipping Manly. We'll find out what happens. Are you
I
going to win by
fucking-
40? You want
I-
to fucking
I
bet
know.
$50?
I love the
Who'd you take, Jake?
Tipping Manly.
Fuck.
I love the fact he went to Sea Eagles.
Had to go the same as me, didn't you? Copycat. Pussy.
Pussy, yeah.
Take the Roosters.
No.
Take the Roosters.
No, please don't.
Take the Roosters like this other idiot.
Oh, yeah, we'll see who's got more tips at the end of the round.
Okay, last game of the round.
Barely.
We're going up to Redcliffe. We're going over the bridge. We got Dolphins versus the Dragons. 17th versus 2nd. Who would have thought?
I need him to come last somehow. Dolphins.
I wouldn't mind going this game, but it's a Sunday afternoon, so I'm a little bit busy.
I'm a little bit concerned at how quickly Bennett's made changes. I mean, I know a couple of injuries.
I think
I
the
like it.
changes are good. I think these two
No, I
should
know,
be
but,
starting.
like, just
yeah, it's a bit.
Bang.
Well,
Red hot.
Lemuelu is injured. So
No, there's a couple through
and Ray
injury.
Stone's gone. But the halves, Sean O'Sullivan.
Sean O'Sullivan out. And,
JK Rillo in.
Yeah, Tessie New out.
Tessie New out. Gone. Bang, bang.
Oh,
Just
well.
pulled the trigger on 2 of them.
See, and I want to
He's
go back
a
to
halfback, though.
No idea. We're about to find out, aren't we?
We've got him and Nicarima that seem... Don't know. There's no organiser.
I think Katoa's. Because wasn't he halfback for Samoa at the World Cup?
Yep.
Halfback
Yeah.
5'8".
Oh, I think Luai
Yeah,
actually played 7, but
Yeah.
Luai still played 5'8".
Yeah, so I think he's probably a bit more of a halfback than 5'8", and that's why he did struggle to find his feet in last season. Sean O'Sullivan, I don't know whether it was the Panthers system that made him look really good, but he looked red hot when he was back up halfback behind Nathan Cleary and had to come in.
So
But-
Cogger.
Yeah, and then he can't even get a fucking run at the Knights. Anyway, but Sean O'Sullivan at the Dolphins has looked fairly average for me. So I'm actually liking this and letting the young fella have the full reins. And Cody Nicarima can just have his running game, even though he did no running last week. But
It'll be interesting to see because it's such a quick trigger. If they play bad again, then what? You know what I mean? Like, surely you give the team a month. You know what I mean? 2-3 games, 2-3 games just to see.
obviously,
Like, what if they just had, like, they come up against a red hot Cowboys team who absolutely run rings?
but
Played
obviously,
unreal.
Wayne Bennett's seen something there that he does not like at all. So that's because it's not too often that Wayne Bennett just
Could be the
pulls the
defense too. Bennett hates missed tackles.
yeah. Well, I thought it was
could be the defense
I thought it was strange having Tessie New at
because that's
center,
why. Remember,
but-
because that's why they put Hammer at center to try and stop leaking points.
Yep.
So it could also be a defensive.
This is a tough game for me because I still don't rate the Dragons.
Their favourite by bloody 12 cents.
And
versus the team that probably looked the worst in the round one.
I'm pretty sure. I think the Titans got that title.
Second worst.
Titans went, oh, you don't like us when we fall off after 40? We'll just fall off straight away. Problem solved.
I don't know for the stat, but I reckon
Can't fall off if you're never on.
The team that has the bye in the second round of the league, I reckon it'll be hard for that first round to like get up. I don't know why. I just feel like there would be a stat.
Probably to be easier.
I feel like there's still like
just go hard.
There'll be a stat there, will there?
Yeah.
After 2 years of having it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Check it.
Yeah, massive pool.
Anyway, just to break that up, boys, before you get onto a full-on fisticuffs, I'm going Dolphins. I'm going upset.
Fisty muffs.
If the Dragons do a number on the Dolphins, I might start rating them.
Come with me, bro. Me and you, one different. Roosters, Manly,
maybe
us.
Because you know how you haven't got a bet right this year so far. Maybe that's what the Dragons are going to go undefeated.
They're
going to go 24-0.
They've got to sign up. Raiders have got fuck 'em. Dragons have got fuck Cody. I sent it to them.
That's just a sign of what we did last night.
I've signed it.
I do want to change my tip here on YouTube, but I've not changed my tip.
I thought you were going to go back or something.
I've also tipped the Dolphins because it's the round of the round of the bounce back, and I just think the Dolphins at home, they're not going to lose 2 in a row. Well,
are you both going Dolphins?
We're all going Dolphins, mate. It's all
yeah.
Change your mind to
Don't
Dragons.
change.
Oh, pussy.
I
was iffy on it, but I'm gonna. If you guys are both taking Dolphins, I thought you both were gonna take the Dragons, so I was like,
nah, mate. But I picked the Dragons to come last. I've got to go against them.
Yeah, well, you've already lost, so
They're like my anti. No, they still come last. I said last. The win points are irrelevant.
Also, just an overall sneaky stat. I was meant to say this during the Cowboys Knights game, but the last time the Cowboys were on top of the ladder after round one, they didn't actually make the finals.
Oh, closed ears, Cowboys fans. That's not a great stat.
You need to disclaim that before I said it.
Let's disclaim it then.
Anyway,
yeah, nice. I like that.
That'll fucking do us, boys.
Anyway, that's round 2 of Rugby League. Tips in and previews in. Let's rip in. Hopefully get in about 4 or 5 games a weekend again.
Get a dog inside you.
Up the Knights. We're winning.
Stage filthy. Did he say what?
Up the Knights.